This week on the Spotlight, we talked to Robin Ventura in the dugout for about 10 minutes. Then we also talked to Adam Eaton. He's a very important player, number 2 in the lineup, leading the majors in triples. And then Todd Frazier, also a team leader, a big home run guy, solid at third base. And we flash back to years ago when Dave Martinez was a Giant. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. Welcome to the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. They do it all at 108th and Kedzie. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to the Cove for my trivia game Wednesday, July 13th at 8 p.m. Great people, great game. 1750 East 55th Street, easy to reach right by the lake. I'll see you over there at the Cove. Family Dentist, Lawrence Ferlin, E is the dentist, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, and more. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get to Snappers Seafood and Chicken, new to Chicagoland from Florida. Tilapia, perch, catfish, shrimp, conch from the Miami Connection, crab, Philly steak, grilled food, and much more at 115th and Western. See you at Snappers. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. We're back on the Spotlight. We're talking Robin Ventura, and everything is cool with Robin Ventura these days. As we hit the videotape, the White Sox had won 4 consecutive series and were going for a 5th. And the mood was very good around the club as they charge towards a wild card position. The division is still a ways off yet, but the wild card gets you in, and you can go from there. In a one-game situation, I'll take Chris Sale against anybody. You'd like to have it be a home game, but one thing at a time. So the White Sox chasing the wild card, and Robin talks about the good things that have been happening with the club the last 2 weeks, and there's a lot to talk about.
You hoping that some of you guys get some all-star consideration after the first wave? Obviously, there's always guys that can't go, and as a team, you guys have some real close borderline guys, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, you always like to see that, and for guys who experience that. If a guy hasn't gone before, you're always, hoping a guy can go. Any guy would love to go, and you would like to see a guy go, and the experience of it is great, but they're always a little bit different when they come back. I think when you're in a room with those kind of guys, every guy that comes back always talks about having been in that room.
Was that your experience that you came back even a more confident player about who you were in the game?
Yeah, you sit there and if you just sit there and look around and you see who you're playing with, and you can appreciate that part of it. It helps you. I think it gives you a little more confidence coming back in. I think your position or your place in the game.
Do you like players on your team being in the home run hitting contest?
I don't mind if Frazier does it. He's done it before. He's won it, so I think that's, if a guy's going to go and have no chance to win it, and it's probably going to mess up the swing, you wouldn't really care. But I think for Frazier, I think he enjoys doing it. He has the personality to be able to handle it, and win or lose or whatever happens in that home run hitting contest, that isn't going to change him or not going to hurt or help his swing, I don't think.
He does have a natural home run swing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so
Yeah, he's kind of got an all or nothing thing going, which would help him in the home run hitting contest.
Morneau went out on the rehab. You thinking maybe right as soon as after the All-Star break, if everything goes well?
I mean, that's very optimistic. You're hoping for him that he can get through it and get the timing back, and he feels good about it. I think that's the biggest thing, and you don't want to necessarily rush him if he doesn't feel it's the right time. So he'll know. I think it was good for him to be with us and be up here and be around the guys and be around the game and the speed of the game. But for his timing, it's always going to be up to him when he's ready, instead of us trying to tell him when he's ready.
the quality of your starting pitching and the offense seem to have been kind of clipped here. Would you say that's a big part of what you guys put together here the last 10 days?
I mean, our offense has been doing a nice job lately. We're getting guys on, you'll be able to push them across. We've had some big homers that have helped us as well. So, when we pitch and you play defense and you get timely hit, I think the biggest thing is, when you get those runs late, and even yesterday they kept adding on, you're not necessarily sitting on it and just hoping the bullpen holds it. So, that part of it was nice to see that they just kept adding on.
You've seen success with Tim Anderson. What is it about him? He's a quiet guy. What is it about him that clicks, that makes him go?
Well, he's a very confident kid. I think in a lot of ways he just has, the thing to drive to be good, and he's always had that. Since we've gotten him, he's just has something in him that he's, even with all the basketball that he's played, he hasn't played very much baseball. That was kind of the word, but his instincts have been great. I think just the progression that he's had each year of learning something new and understanding. And even up here, there's questions that he has, and they're spot on. I mean, they're not just a question so he's asking a question so you think he's thinking about it. He's actually asking the right questions, and I think that's not always the case when you get a guy that comes up that's as talented as he is, and he's not afraid of anything. He's just going to play.
He's more mature than some players are at that age?
He is a dad. He is a dad now, so hopefully that goes along with it.
As part of your success of the last couple of weeks, I've noticed some challenging base running where you're taking the extra base and scoring and beating the throw. Are you pushing that assertiveness, and do you think that feeds into putting pressure on the opposing defense?
Well, we always want to do that, but we've also made some not so good base running plays. So all of that's going to you like the aggressiveness, but we in Houston we made a couple mistakes there that can cost you. But yesterday I thought Joe was pretty aggressive on some balls that landed in with Tim, and a ball right field that we were able to score. And you're just trying to push across what you can. And I think we're always going to have the aggressive part, but you don't want the bonehead ones to come along with it.
We'll have more of Robin Ventura next week, right here on the Spotlight. You've got to get to the Wise Owl at Van Buren and Racine. Pizzas, pork sliders, Cuban sandwiches, carrot soup, elote, burgers, tacos, salads, and more. Great cocktails and great bartenders. A tremendous array at the Wise Owl, Van Buren and Racine. See you there. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furlan, DDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. We're back in the spotlight. We're talking White Sox outfielders, speedy outfielders who are hitting well. And interestingly, with the the call up of Tim Anderson, Adam Eaton moved to the number 2 spot in the batting order and has thrived in it. He's just whacking the ball and running the bases, leading the American League in triples as we speak, and just playing an all-round good game, and maybe most importantly, or very importantly, playing right field and covering a lot of ground and making a lot of great plays and throwing people out. So the entire outfield defense is tightened up this year, and Eaton's playing right has been a big part of this. So he talks about all these things, and he likes to do interviews. I mean, it's clear. A very expressive young guy. And so here's Adam Eaton thriving in the number 2 spot in the order. We're back in the spotlight talking White Sox baseball, and Adam, you seem to really enjoy yourself in that 2-hole, and things are rolling. As I indicated just before we started the tape, I saw you top of the league in triples, and it's pretty fun to just hit the ball and make them catch you.
I'll know for sure. It's one of the most exciting plays in baseball. Besides, Lowry hitting that inside the park on run, that's a little more exciting than triple. But no, it's good to be leading that category. To be on third base is a feat in itself. Just to get to third, to be able to do that in one swing is always a good thing. So. That's kind of what I do as a leadoff. As an old leadoff man now in the 2-hole, you always want to get to third base with less than 2 outs, and like I said, a triple's one way to do that.
Yeah, and the home runs come, but the other thing that's disruptive too is you get on first base and you start measuring your lead and harassing that pitcher a little bit. You and Debo do a lot of talking and video looking to see what you can get away with from a given starter?
Oh, no, absolutely. Yeah, we have something usually on everybody, every starter. So whether we get on base to be able to use it in certain situations kind of dictates, throughout the game. But you definitely want to study film and understand the pitcher, his tendencies and what he likes to look like when he goes home, what he likes to look like when he comes over, and getting confidence there. So no, it's definitely a ongoing battle that we battle day to day. Definitely getting on first base is huge, and that's the most difficult part. But stealing bases and taking advantage of guys' flaws are big for us.
I know you want to be in scoring position for people after you, but I guess one of the tricky things is if Jose's up, you hate to leave first base open because that's such an easy out for a fearful pitcher. Is that a tough call for you, deciding when to do that?
No, definitely. I think the running game has slowed because of the success of guys behind us, for sure. I feel like I'm in scoring position as soon as I get 3 balls. With a walk at first base, Jose has a tendency to hit a homer or hit a double in the gap to score me. So you definitely put that into effect. And with the same token, and the more bases you steal with him, and at the plate, the more heaters he's going to get later down the road, in the fear of getting to second base. So it's definitely a give and take situation, and you just kind of let the game play out, and then the game will tell you what to do.
Yeah, the score at the time and the inning and all those variables. I know this seems impossible, but do you ever get a red light?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
you do?
For sure. Oh yeah, absolutely do. Yeah.
And what situation is that?
Again, it depends. If Jose's hot, I get it quite a bit. If Frazier's hot, I get it quite a bit. Second base, definitely with 2 outs, I get it. So it's there's like I said, certain situations where you do get it. I try not to see it half the time, but it's just it's definitely a battle. But Skip has a good perspective. He's been around the game. He understands when to run and when not to run. So
it sounds like it could be a little trouble if you ignore it, right?
Oh no, not if you're safe.
Oh yeah, I forgot that part about managing. Hey, you darn! Oh yeah, great.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Like that.
Yeah. If you hit a triple with 2 outs, and then they can't be mad at you if you're safe. So just make sure you're safe.
Yeah, well, about that, I mean, there's this unwritten rule about being thrown out at third. Has that happened to you this year?
I don't
Maybe
think so.
One time?
Well, if there's never make the first or third out at third base.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been thrown out stealing third base. I don't think I've been thrown out trying to stretch, a double and a triple. It may have been, first to third, something here and there, but I don't think I've been thrown out at third yet. So knock on wood, jeez.
That sounds like the subject for a kangaroo court. Appoint yourself the judge.
No,
put the mop head on, and then
the guy with 4 years in the big leagues appointing myself the judge. Yeah,
well,
I don't know if I can.
So maybe Sale should be it or something.
Yeah, somebody maybe even a little older than that. I think Sale may not be.
But I mean, that's
still.
the kind of thing. Your club seems pretty loose as it is, but that's another dimension I've seen. Over the years.
No, it's just definitely something that. Media probably doesn't see too much of, because it's one of the beauties of the clubhouse is our realm and seniority rules. It definitely does. So it's kangaroo court and the judge and everything about the clubhouse and the beauties of, like I said, seniority. It's a unique thing not only to baseball, and we love it.
It's cool. To wrap up, your pitching staff. Certainly Sale's rolling, but. Quintana's put up some great numbers, particularly early in the year, and Rodon looked as such a talent that it's so close. Mm-hmm. Do you see them coming together for the stretch drive?
No, absolutely. We have all the we have a lot of talent, and we have all the confidence in the world in those guys. I think every day, 1 through 5 through our starting lineup and even our bullpen, we have a lot of confidence in those guys to do well, and we've seen them do well, and that's what we expect out of them. So I don't see anything less than exceptional out of those guys, and it really just comes down to our bats and our defense. So we need to step up in both areas and do well, and I think we'll be all right.
I'll just keep chipping away at the early leads. Get some of those early leads for your pitchers, and should be in good shape.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, Adam.
Thank you.
Thanks.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and their fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700.
And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget the Illinois Lottery, too.
That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski.
You've got to get to the Sock Live Bidkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to the Irish Legend. Great food, great drink, the outdoor patios, great staff, open at 11 a.m. daily. 8933 South Archer in Willow Springs. It's like one giant picnic. The Irish Legend. Just ate there recently and loved it. See you over there. We're back on the spotlight. We're talking White Sox baseball. And as we head toward the All-Star break and the midpoint in the season, one of the guys who, well, I don't even know how to describe the situation. He's a solid ball player. He's hitting home runs at a 40-plus home run for the season clip, driving in runs, but the batting average is way down. And I'm sure it's frustrating to Todd Frazier. It wasn't really exactly discussed in this interview, but the state of the team was, and the improvements of the last couple weeks, where the White Sox are hovering around 500, but certainly needing to put on a push to start knocking through the number 7, number 6, and number 5 teams in the American League to get into the playoff position. It's a jam-packed field of 11 teams who are legitimate contenders. And Frazier talks about a few things with his club and the other clubs, and he's a pretty matter-of-fact dude.
Feel like it's team's ready to step on it a little bit more?
Yeah, I think so. I think it'd be a nice little push here before the All-Star break, and to show the teams in our division, and in the American League, we still got some power, we still got some fight in us, and it's going to be a big finish coming up after the All-Star break. But like I said, we just got to keep putting rallies together and keep battling. I think we'll be all right.
You showed a lot of other people, with 2 of the top teams in the East, that you could play with them and even better. So I know you don't need statements, but it seems like that you've done that for the rest of the people in Chicago.
Yeah, definitely. There's 2 teams here. We all know that. There's a lot of Cubs fans, a lot of White Sox fans, and we're just trying to win. And there's nothing else to it, man. We're not worried about anything else. We see our division. We see how we're doing. We know Cleveland's on a hot streak right now, and we just got to keep worrying about us. If we keep winning, I think everything basically will take care of itself. We can't worry about anybody else. We just got to understand that. Let's keep playing our ball. If we got to muster out 3-1 wins or 1-0 wins or what have you, we'll do it. So we got the firepower to do it, and we got the pitching to do it.
As hitters, you've been coming through a little more in the last couple of weeks and giving your pitchers some help. That's got to be a good feeling.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's been a weird year. We talk about it all the time. 10-23 and then 23-10, the opposite. And those first 2 months couldn't have been exactly the opposite of what we did. And like baseball is one of those things. You got to stay that happy medium and just keep playing and let everything run its course. And eventually we'll be back where we need to be if we just keep on working on what we have to do and not anything else.
Has this recent stretch kind of reminded you guys of how good you were at the beginning of the season? Because when you go through the losses, sometimes I would imagine it's easy to forget that.
Yeah, for sure. There's going to be some lulls in the season. Ours is just a little longer than expected. We're trying to get our way back, and it just seems, in the beginning of the year, it seemed like a different person was stepping up, and then, that next month, it just seemed like nothing fell where we needed to fall. So, we just got to get back to that way. We're missing Austin Jackson, of course. People still haven't, we haven't really talked about that. He was coming along, and basically we just got to keep fighting, and hopefully we get back to that way where it seems like a different guy every day stepping up, and our pitching staff just keep doing what they're doing.
First experience in the American League for you this year. It seems like almost all the teams are equal. I mean, Texas and Cleveland have had some great runs here, but you see much separation between the rest?
No, not really. Like you said, we're playing good teams and we're winning. And the last 2 outings that we have, and we went into Boston, won 3 out of 4. Probably should have had 4 out of 4. But the one we just had, and it's just we know we're capable of. It's a matter of putting everything together. And we showed the last 2 series that we were capable of doing that even when we're down. We got an opportunity to come back, and we got guys that are one swing away from either tying the game up with a grand slam or less. And that's the best part of baseball and the best part about this team. So, like I said, pitchers keep doing their job, and if we have to make a comeback here and there, which is going to happen, a lot more because that's baseball, we'll be ready for it. Thank you. You got it.
You've got to get the Jacks. 3325 Ridge Road in Lansing. Trivia every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A very intense competitive game. Any of half a dozen teams can win. You've got to get to Oliver's, 6100 West 159th Street, for my live trivia game, alternate Thursdays at 7 p.m. Great food, great drink, great people, great game. At Oliver's, I'll see you there on a Thursday. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. You've got to get the Del Sur Mexican restaurant, open for lunch and dinner daily. Shrimp, tilapia, salmon, steak, chicken dishes, you name it. It's all there at 46th and Halsted. Great stuff at Del Sur Mexican restaurant. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. You've got to get to Lulu's. It's on the near west side. Italian beef, hot dogs, burgers, chicken, gyros, fish, salads, subs, ribs, it goes on and on. They're at Taylor and Ogden, about 2200 West. They really have it all. You could dine in or carry out. Lulu's, you'll like it. So much more. See you at Lulu's. It's probably going to be you and the Dodgers battling for a while, won't it be?
Yeah, I think so. Right now the Dodgers are playing good baseball, and we're struggling a little bit, but I think things are going to change around for the Giants. We got a good ball club here, and I think it's going to be a pretty good competition between us and the Giants, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, how do you wash away the idea of winning over 100 games? And that should get most teams into the World Series.
It was pretty tough last year when we lost the last game in LA, but we got to be proud of what we did last year. Like you said, not a lot of teams could win 103 games, and we did it last year. Unfortunately, it was one game too short, but this is a whole different season, and we feel that we could win this division, and with the team we got, we should win this division. This week's show is brought to you by the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Shop at 108th and Kedzie. Get all your car work done there like me. The Lansing Floral Shop is the place to go for all your floral needs. Call 708-474-1212.
Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 100.
In-print graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch, very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.